Have you guys got a permit to be here?
Nah. What permit do we
Okay.
need?
Any paperwork
For what?
for being here, recording?
What paperwork do I need?
Okay. Now you can't record anybody
Oh, it's not okay.
without their permission. Do I look like I'm joking? Can you please like that? The last
It's not going to delete it. Let's go. Avi Yemini for Rebel News in Melbourne University outside Union House, here to talk to the union who passed a motion which, in my very humble opinion, is not very tolerant. How you doing, guys?
Hello.
We're just looking to talk to somebody about the pro-terrorist, anti-Jewish motion. Do you have somebody here that can talk to it?
Only if the president is here. Sorry, Sophie's not in today. I'll get you the email.
What does it take for a motion to get passed? Is that like through the members or just the president?
No, student council.
You're just admin?
Yeah, well, and I keep as ignorant as humanly possible of student council and its.
To be honest, after reading that motion, I think they also do. Thank you. Are you guys part of the union? Kind of? How do you feel about the motion they passed with Israel? Do you know what I'm talking about? No. Nah. Well, they did it in your name.
I know what you're here for.
What am I here for?
The statement from
Can you tell me how you feel about it?
differently to you.
So, what part do you feel differently about?
I have different views on Israel to you.
Shakespeare? What?
Oh, yeah. Are you guys the drama?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just walk around.
You never know. It's Melbourne Uni 2022.
Yeah.
They're saying that the
You've mellowed a lot since I last saw you.
Oh, have we met before?
Yes,
I'm-
you've interviewed me before.
Okay.
You're chill, much more chill
But
and less aggressive than you used to be.
I work on myself. That's called
good.
growing.
Good.
But when they say their right to self-defense, is that fair?
Well,
Is terrorism?
Everyone's got the right to self-defense.
I agree, but
in general, of
But,
course.
but in the wording of their thing, they're talking about Palestinians that are targeting civilians. Do you think the student union should be encouraging terrorism anytime?
I don't think that's what the student union is doing, though, right?
Yeah, this is their statement. You want to read it? So they say in their statement, they go...
I don't know enough
Yeah.
about the Palestinian situation. Like, from what I know,
Yeah.
I support the Palestinians. Maybe some of the actions they're taking against Israelis can be a bit too extreme, but I don't really know what's happening, and I can't really give my input on this.
Where have you formed your opinion about the Israel-Palestine situation? You say you don't know much about it, but you believe that the Palestinians... So where do you get that?
Just from, like, articles I've read.
What about the rockets?
They actually never aim them directly at people.
They literally-
just throw them in,
Anywhere
they
at
just-
civilians,
They don't hit places.
they literally do.
They don't.
We've seen over 100 injured. Things are still active.
We're asking everybody to stay at home, to be within 30 seconds of a safe zone and safe area. We know that rockets are continuing to be fired.
What about the axe killer 2 days ago killed 3 Israelis? Is that okay? Is that self-defense?
No, I'm not. But
Do you think they should...
But that's not organised by...
Hamas, yes it is. It was celebrated, organised.
Look, I don't agree with all of, what Hamas do.
I found the Union House delivery, so I'm just going to come up here and see if we can deliver some tolerance, something they seem to be lacking. G'day, guys. No? Are you Australia Post?
Yes.
Are you trying to deliver tolerance to the union?
What am I?
Are you trying to... Because I just tried to deliver the tolerance and they're not accepting it.
No.
Do you think you can do a better job than me?
I don't know what you're on
To
about.
be fair, the last 2 years, COVID, and seeing the way government's overreach, I probably am more sympathetic to people's perspective with government overreach. But my issue here is they've put a motion through that doesn't condemn terrorism, but it seems to word it in a way that justifies the terror, not talking about throwing rocks.
I'm into self-defence. I'm not into terrorism.
Even if you cut out the shootings and you cut out the stabbings and you cut out the rockets and you pretend that it's just rocks, this is called a shepherd's sling. Now, Those rocks they reach speeds of 160 kilometers an hour and can go as far as 400 meters. If that hits your moving vehicle, that can and does kill.
I would prefer the student union.
Student union,
It's complicated.
it's a complicated relationship. Why?
No, it's a complicated arrangement, work arrangement.
Like your contractors for the union. It's not that complicated. They want to save money so they don't employ you. That's pretty weird of a union to do that because aren't they all about the workers?
It should be.
So what have we learnt here today at Melbourne University? Well, the student union, they don't seem to have many members, and the members they do have no idea the motions they're passing in their name, that they're supporting terror. And finally, the union seems to be screwing the workers. Imagine my shock. The people that they're supporting are not actually the Palestinian people. It is terrorist organisations that kill.
I don't know those kind of information.
I know.
So, I can't really,
so that's why I think it's a bit ironic or hypocritical that they're running events for queer and gay and pro-feminism when the only place that they could do that in the Middle East is actually in Israel. And if they tried to do it in the place that they're purporting to defend, they would get killed for it. Can they do that in Gaza? Like in Israel, they can do all that, but in Gaza they can't. So why don't they celebrate the good things of Israel that they would see as liberal and you know?
Yeah, I think that you've made a reasonable point there.
And out of all the propaganda here from the unions, not one of them is condemning terrorism, and there's a reason for that, because in their motion itself, they support the acts of terror, not just against military targets, but against the civilians of Israel. Yemini for Rebel News in Melbourne, Australia. If you enjoyed this report, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, share it far and wide. Let Australians know what is happening with unions in Melbourne, Australia. Then head over to followavi.com, sign up to the mailing list, and join us on all my socials so you never miss a thing. Followavi.com, and we'll say good night to security. Thank you, sir, for your hospitality.